Hey there, planners. Can you believe it is already April? Somehow we have zoomed through the first 3 months of the year. The first quarter is behind us. And now here we are setting up our planners for the month of April. I'm hoping that you have sort of a nice coffee or tea or maybe even an adult beverage, and you have this video playing and you're setting up your planner for the month of April as well. I'm having a lot of fun this month. I'm doing a good old-fashioned bullet journal setup, and you're going to see some wardrobe changes and lighting changes because it took me several days, just spending a little time here and there over the course of several days to record this video. But I really had fun, and that's what I'm about right now in my planner system. I want to get things done, but I want to do it in a way that is allowing me to be more creative and have a little bit of fun. So I hope that you are enjoying this video and that you will join me in doing some planning. So I introduced this bullet journal in a video a couple weeks back as part of my sort of planner system update for the second quarter for spring of 2024. And I've really been having a lot of fun in it. I'm definitely going to be doing a flip through for the month of March, so make sure you're subscribed for that. And I just want to show you how I'm using it, and it's such a break from what I've been doing in the past. Some of the core functional elements are the same, but spending time drawing and coloring and watercoloring and using a bit more creativity, that is definitely a break from where I have been in my planning for some time now. And I think I just need it. I think I just need a little bit more creative outlet right now. So I'm going with it. I'm bullet journal crazy right now, and it's really been enjoyable. So, I would say that I don't know if I have time to actually maintain this. I said this in the month of March. I don't know that I will have time to keep pouring this much effort into setting up the bullet journal. But then again, even as I say that, I somewhat debate with myself because the time that I am spending kind of pouring into this creative aspect of my planner is rejuvenating. It's relaxing. It is flexing a creative muscle that I haven't flexed in a while. And, I'm not trying to impress with the quality of my artwork here. It's just really for me, and it's been really fun and really rejuvenating. So, I say that I don't know that I have time, but I also see the mental health, the mental wellness benefits of spending time doing something that I find very relaxing and enjoyable. So I hope that you all are, if you take anything away from all of that, I hope you take away to find for yourself those outlets that actually rejuvenate you. It's not work. Some others might look at it and say, oh, that looks like work, but for you, it's rejuvenating. Make sure you find that in your life, whatever that is. So why I chose this theme, and you'll see now that it's all inked in, my theme is sort of like a cutesy little jungle safari type theme with little baby animals. I actually was very, very inspired by the theme of a baby shower that I threw for my daughter because I am expecting my first grandson in the month of April. So big news for our family. We are super excited, and I am just so totally on pins and needles waiting to celebrate the arrival of the next generation in our family and become a first-time grandmother, which is wild and amazing and miraculous and something I am so excited about. So anyway, that's the basis for the theme. This month is going to hold all kinds of blessings and all kinds of excitement, and I was just really, really inspired by this theme from the shower invitations, the baby shower theme, and also the nursery. So this kind of, I've been surrounded by this jungle safari baby animal theme, and I just took it and ran with it, particularly to kind of mark in my planner that my grandson is arriving. You know, before I go in too deeply, I do want to pause and say welcome to those of you who are new to Planning Annie. If this is your first time on the channel, we are super excited you're here. Here on this channel, we love all things planner related. We love getting things done. We also really enjoy our planner supplies and stationery. So if that sounds like something you enjoy too, I do hope you'll consider subscribing and becoming a part of our community. There are very functional aspects of Planning Annie, and there are also very creative aspects of Planning Annie. You can find either spectrum, either end of the spectrum, and a lot of in between, because that's sort of how I approach my own planning, as a mix of both. So welcome to those of you who are new. Please jump down in the comments, everyone. Let's keep the discussion going down there. There's always great questions, ideas, advice. So hop down there and keep the discussion going. All right, all the supplies that I'm going to be using, you're going to see me pull out a bunch of things, a lot of markers, some drawing pens, just some other things like that. I will have everything listed down in the description box below. I actually just had a lot of fun pulling from all of the supplies that I already have, so you're going to see a mix of Crayola markers and Tombos and just all kinds of supplies. So I'll have everything listed down below, as well as a video where I actually introduce this bullet journal. I'll have that listed down below as well. So if you are interested, now I'm not an expert at drawing. I spent a lot of time with the invitation for the baby shower that had this theme on it, and sort of also on Pinterest getting some ideas. If you are looking for inspiration, if you're like me and you don't feel like drawing or, you know, painting are your best skills, but that's something that you're wanting to do more of, I'm going to highly recommend YouTube, because there are so many tutorials, free tutorials, to teach you how to do the basics of drawing and shading and mixing colors and painting, things like that. I'm going to have a couple channels listed down below that I actually really love. One for painting has been my favorite for years and years, so I'll have that listed down below. A couple of techniques that you'll see me doing in this video, which there's nothing really, you know, amazing here, but you will see me attempting to layer color with the markers that I'm using. And that's just, you know, putting that lighter shade down and then adding a darker shade over top as the marker dries. You want to make sure it dries so you don't mess up the integrity of your paper, but just adding those darker layers to give shadow effect. You know, I do that in a few areas, but again, there's nothing really highly technical about my technique here. I'm just relearning how to flex those muscles. So I absolutely love this cover page. There is nothing functional about this cover page. This is purely just for me to enjoy the theme and some drawing and coloring, and to add some celebration to my planner as I am anticipating the arrival of my first grandson. So I'd love to hear from you all. What are you doing in your planners for the month of April? Are you watching some of the planner releases that are coming? So this is a planner release season. Those spring releases, like Erin Condren is going to be launching new planners in the middle of April. There's also going to be some Hobonichi spring releases going on. I think Happy Planner has a release. So there are definitely some new planners coming out. Is anybody shopping planners right now? I personally am not shopping planners right now. I feel like I am in a great place with this bullet journal. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm having a lot of fun with it right now, and I definitely want to keep it going. I'm enjoying the freedom, so I will not be shopping, but I would love to live vicariously through those of you who are planning to shop. So if you are looking at some of the releases or thinking about switching up things in your planner system, let us know down in the comments what's going on, because we'd love to hear what everybody is thinking about spring planning. All right, so there's my cover page all done and ready to go. I love the way it turned out. These baby animals are so cute. All right, now I'm going to move on to probably the most functional, most used page in my monthly setup, and that is my monthly calendar. I use this as sort of a command center. I drop everything in here. This is where I'm coming to look and see what do we have coming up? What are all the family members doing? When do I have time to actually get other things done, like goals and extra activities and all my to-dos? I use this quite a bit. So I am going to be adding just a little bit of decor around, continuing that theme, a little bit of decor around the edges, but the main focus of this page is having that master view of everything that's going on in the month of April. And as I said, this is going to be a very busy month for our family. We've got a lot of activities scheduled. We're in the thick of volleyball season, and we also have a new family member planning to make his arrival this month. So super excited about everything that's going to be going on. One thing that we do as a family, and it really helps, of course I love having my paper calendar and everybody's schedules there, but it's very difficult to keep up, especially when you have older children and, a large family like we do. It's difficult to keep up with what everybody is doing and when things are scheduled and when you can schedule things. We use a family Google Calendar, and, we all have access to that. Everything's color coded. Everybody has their own color. And we use that quite a bit for kind of making sure everybody's on the same page when something's coming up, or doctor's appointment, or sporting event, or some celebration. We are using that calendar to track all of that. So I will actually pull from that calendar to populate the master calendar. Okay, on to my third spread. This is also a very functional setup for me, these two pages. On the left-hand side, I'm going to have my meal plan for the month. I like to keep track of all the meals that I am planning to cook, or that somebody else is planning to cook in our house. And it also helps to have a monthly view of that, because even for this setup, when I go to actually populate the meals in, I will pull out my planner from last spring, from last April, and see what were we eating then and what did we love. I kind of star the ones that we really liked and, make note of those so that we can make those again, and just kind of tracking what seasonally we're eating, things like that. So that's going to be on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side is where I'm just going to have like a brain dump area. It's a place for me to write things down that are in my head, on my mind, need to be done this month, need to be done next month, things I don't want to lose track of. I will come and write them down on this page so that I know they're safely in my system. All right, so for this grass down at the bottom, this is one of those savanna safari trees, and for the grass down at the bottom, I just layered some of the greens on top of each other. These wooden alpha stamps are just my best friend when it comes to this bullet journal. I don't really love my handwriting, and so being able to use, and especially the power of the stamps came in when I realized I could use my Tombow dual brush pen, or any brush pen really, to mark on the bottom instead of having to break out the stamp pads, which I find to be somewhat messy sometimes. I can just very quickly take that Tombow dual brush pen and mark out the headings and the letters that I want to with that. So I'm loving that. Okay, this next spread is goals and trackers. So I'm trying something a little different. I do want a place to write out my goals for the month, and that's going to be on this left-hand page with this super cute little safari Jeep with all my little animals in it. This came off of one of the thank you cards in the baby shower card set. I'll have that link down below in case anybody has a baby shower coming up or one to throw, so you have an idea. I think it was adorable. But I got that idea. This image came off of those cards, and it's so adorable. So I'm going to write my goals above these cute little animals on safari, above their head. On the right hand side, I'm trying something different with trackers. So trackers and I kind of have a love-hate relationship. I really want to be able to track habits, especially the ones that are tied to my goals and the ones I'm trying to pay attention to, like healthy eating, reading, exercise, things like that. I really want to track that stuff. But I'm having a hard time finding a way to track it on a daily basis that I actually will do every day. So I found this idea, got this idea off Pinterest, just saw the setup with a bunch of little mini calendars. And you actually write the habit that you want to track over the mini calendar. And come in here once a day and mark it off. So I'm thinking that this might work because it's one page I have to come to every day. I'm in my bullet journal every day anyway. And instead of having to keep up with where am I tracking things on different pages, I just come into this one page and track everything there. So I'm tracking everything from, reading, Bible study, prayers, exercise, no spend, when we have family time. So I've got a bunch of things I'm tracking. This might be too ambitious for me, but I'm going to try it out this month and see how it goes. All right, so here's a final flip through of my setup. I love this cover page. This little elephant is so adorable. I'm loving this theme. It was so fun to set up. I am really looking forward to plugging in everything we have going on this month, and at some point in time marking down the birth of my grandson on this calendar. I've got my meals on the left and my this month, which is sort of a brain dump space, on the right, and then my goals and my trackers. So we'll see how this spread goes. I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out. I also went ahead and set up all the weekly pages. So I wanted to give you a quick flip through of how I set these up. I'm using different types of spreads. Look at this little zebra. Isn't he so adorable? Different types of spreads, like layouts, just testing out things that I like, but I tried to keep a lot of white space, but keep the theme going as well. I'll put my to-dos and, things that need to be done this week, appointments, as well as, activities and events, things like that. So there's a look at all my weekly setups. Please let me know if you enjoyed the video. I hope you did. I can't wait to hear from you all about how the month of April is going for you. And let me know if you'd like to see a flip through when it's all filled out. Thanks for planning with me.